Hi, I'm Taylor with BTOD.com. Over the past few years, the phrase "sitting is the new smoking" by Dr. James Levine has been floating around numerous blog and news sites. From what we know about smoking, there are huge health risks that can be life-threatening. But the real question is sitting as bad for you as smoking? In order to dive into that statement, there are many factors to consider. Are you looking for a new standing desk? BTOD TV is your #1 standing desk resource. Subscribe today so you don't miss out on any of our new content. In order to determine if sitting is the new smoking, we must look at the side effects of both. By looking at the side effects, we are able to tell if sitting even compares to the known side effects of smoking. Sedentary behavior is something that people do every day. In recent studies, they found that wealthy populations are more sedentary and spend 70% or more of their awake hours sitting. That brings us to the risk factors of sedentary behavior. Heart disease can include heart attacks, heart failure, coronary artery disease, vascular disease, and many other heart-related diseases. A study from the University of Queensland, Australia, found that less sitting and more standing can lower blood sugars, blood fats, and cholesterol, which can reduce the risk for cardiovascular disease. A large contributing risk factor for type 2 diabetes is the lack of physical activity, especially for those who are overweight or obese. Being inactive slows down your metabolism, which can increase your risk for type 2 diabetes. According to the American Diabetes Association, interrupting prolonged sitting with brief light walking or simple resistance activities significantly lessens postprandial glucose, insulin, C-peptide, and triglyceride responses in adults with type 2 diabetes. Long, uninterrupted periods of sitting can increase your chance for certain types of cancer. Breast and colon cancer are the most influenced by physical activity. Therefore, if you sit for long periods at a time, your risk for these types of cancers can increase. Sedentary behavior has been known to create low moods. People who are inactive have a higher risk for depression than those who are active. Alternatively, people who have depression are more likely to exhibit sedentary behavior. Adding light activity to your day can stand between you and your risk for depression. Sitting all day can take a toll on your body, especially to your lower back and neck, which can lead to disc damage. Sitting causes a lot of stress on your spine. When you sit for long periods at a time, you start to exhibit bad posture, which can lead to many other issues. By standing and moving around, you are able to elongate your spine and stretch to help reduce lower back and neck pain and prevent further injury. Smoking comes with a long list of health risks. Smoking is harmful to almost every internal organ of the body and can lead to many diseases. In order to understand the side effects of smoking, we must look at all of the risk factors. The #1 side effect of smoking that comes to mind is the risk for cancer, specifically lung cancer. Around 30% of all cancer deaths in the United States can be attributed to smoking, with about 80% being lung cancer deaths. Although lung cancer is the highest risk, smoking cigarettes can increase your risk for cancer almost anywhere in your body, like your bladder, colon, esophagus, kidney, liver, pancreas, blood, and many other areas. Smoking can increase your risk for many diseases in your heart and blood vessels. People who smoke are more likely to have a heart attack, stroke, coronary heart disease that can even lead to death. Smoking cigarettes can also cause harm to your blood vessels. It makes your blood vessels clot and become narrower, which can make your heart beat faster and blood pressure increase. There are other lung diseases that can be almost as harmful as lung cancer. Chronic obstructive pulmonary disease is a long-term lung disease comprised of both chronic bronchitis and emphysema. Smoking is the most common cause of COPD, and the risk increases with the number of years you have smoked. There is no cure. In addition to COPD, smokers have a higher risk of getting pneumonia, asthma, and respiratory tract infections. Smoking is highly addictive and can be hard to quit, which can put smokers at a higher risk for certain health conditions. Smoking can increase your risk for type 2 diabetes mellitus by 30 to 40%. Because smoking is inhaled through the mouth, it can lead to tooth loss and gum disease. Smoking can also affect a woman's pregnancy with risks such as stillbirth, early delivery, and sudden infant death syndrome. Although data can't confirm the number of deaths caused by sitting, there are more than 480,000 deaths a year in the United States that can be attributed to smoking. Smoking cigarettes is the #1 preventable cause of death in the United States. When you compare the side effects of smoking to sitting for more than 8 hours a day, smoking has significantly more health risks than sitting. It's hard to compare the two when smoking is a dangerous addictive activity and sitting is not considered dangerous nor addictive. There isn't enough factual data on sitting disease to back up the statement sitting is the new smoking, when smoking is attributed to more than 500,000 deaths per year in the United States. In comparing sitting and smoking, they both increase your risk for certain cancers, heart disease, and type 2 diabetes. However, the risks of smoking are significantly higher than for sitting. According to Dr. Terry Boyle from the University of South Australia, while people who sit a lot have around 10 to 20% increased risk of some cancers and cardiovascular disease, smokers have more than double the risk of dying from cancer and cardiovascular disease and a more than 1,000% increased risk of lung cancer. Even though I wouldn't say that sitting is the new smoking, we can't overlook the numerous health issues that arise when we exhibit sedentary behavior for more than 17 hours a day. Sitting isn't healthy and can increase your risk for heart disease, type 2 diabetes, neck and back pain, and even certain cancers. The easiest way to prevent sitting disease is by doing the opposite of sitting. Standing is going to be the best solution and give you the most health benefits. Having an even mix of sitting and standing is going to be the most beneficial solution. There are many ways to help prevent sitting disease. Set an alarm to remind you to stand or go for a walk. Use your lunch period to go for a walk. Park further away from the building to get some extra steps. Do some simple office stretches or exercises like squats, lunges, or mimic jump roping. Eat healthy and prepare your meals for the week ahead of time. DIY a standing desk, or get yourself a standing desk converter or a complete standing desk. Standing for part of your day will help you burn more calories than sitting. The saying, sitting is the new smoking, may seem a little far-fetched, especially since smoking has way more health risks than sitting all day. Smoking comes with a long list of health risks that can even be life-threatening. That doesn't mean we should overlook all of the potential health risks that come along with sitting all day. Sedentary behavior can lead to many health issues, like heart disease, diabetes, obesity, and lower back and neck pain. In some cases, it can even lead to cancer, like breast and colon cancer. It is never too late to prevent sitting disease. With a few small steps, you'll be closer to reducing your risk for health issues. Unlike smoking, sitting isn't addictive. By getting up and standing and going for short walks, you'll be on the right track to a healthier lifestyle. Feel free to hit the like button if you found this video helpful. Also, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on any new standing desk content. Visit us at the Learning Center at btod.com if you have any further questions. Thanks for watching.